In this bulletin, 9 new cases confirmed. 24-hour curfew for Suva and Nausori from tomorrow. And Taveuni vaccination drive begins today. Good morning, Fiji. 3 employees of Extra Supermarket in Flagstaff, Suva are among the 9 cases announced yesterday. Permanent Secretary for Health Dr. James Fong says these 3 are the contacts of their co-worker who tested positive on Tuesday. The supermarket has been closed for decontamination purposes while they await test results from the remaining staff and management. Dr. Fong says they are working to identify all other potential contacts.
To Extra Supermarket in Flagstaff or Hanson Supermarket in Makoi in the last 2 weeks to self-isolate. We will announce in due course once everyone on our list has been contacted. Those found not to have contacted with these new cases will be allowed at the end of their period of allowed to go out at the end of the period of self-isolation.
The other positive cases are from Nausori. Another 2 individuals presented to the Nausori Health Center with COVID symptoms yesterday. They are family members from Lakena in Nausori. 2 of their household contacts have also tested positive for COVID-19.
One of these individuals worked at Nausori Market as a vendor. That space is currently being decontaminated as I speak. I have said before, we activate our contact tracing teams the moment a positive case becomes known.
The 5th case is an individual in Nausori from Vunimono who also tested positive after presenting to the health center. This case as well is not linked to any other cases.
So far, none of the 6 cases in Nausori are currently linked to existing cases. While we are still early in our investigation, we are treating these cases as instances of community transmission until they are proven otherwise.
The final confirmed case is a border quarantine staff who tested positive for COVID-19 in the course of routine testing. A 24-hour curfew will come into effect for the Suva-Nausori corridor from 11 p.m. tomorrow until 4 a.m. Tuesday as part of COVID-19 containment and tracing efforts. Permanent Secretary for Health Dr. James Fong confirms the Suva and Nausori containment areas will merge into one single lockdown zone. During the full lockdown from tomorrow night at 11 p.m. until Tuesday morning at 4 a.m., everyone in the Suva-Nausori corridor must stay home. New measures will also be coming into effect for the rest of Viti Levu. From Saturday, 15th May, the curfew hours for the whole of Viti Levu will expand from 6 p.m. until 4 a.m. every day. Outside of Viti Levu, the curfew hours will remain from 11 p.m. until 4 a.m. If the lockdown of Suva and Nausori expires on Tuesday as scheduled, the curfew hours from 6 p.m. until 4 a.m. will apply in these areas as well.
We have more than 48 hours between now and when that lockdown measure will take place. That is more than enough time to prepare ourselves properly without causing mess, mayhem and disorder. You have 2 full days to manage your shopping and purchase food and other essential items for your home.
The COVID-19 vaccination drive will begin in Taveuni from today. The 2-day drive will be held at the Taveuni Central Sanatan Primary School in Nangara. The frontliners in Taveuni are urged to get vaccinated. Meanwhile, the Savusavu residents turned up in numbers yesterday to get their jabs at Kimendra Central School. This is the first vaccination drive to be conducted in the Northern Division following the recent outbreak of the virus. A good number of elderly citizens turned up at the school to get their jabs. Police officers were also on site, reminding the residents to adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols. The vaccination program will continue today and run until all doses are used up. The New Zealand government continues to keep close tabs on Fiji's situation as we battle the growing cases of COVID-19. New Zealand has already committed to supplying us with 250,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines. It has also provided a $2 million official development assistance to support Fiji's vaccine rollout. Minister of Foreign Affairs Nanaya Mahuta says they will continue helping when and where needed.
They've got increased community transmission, doing all that they can to be able to respond, and we're doing what we can to support them. We're sending support PPE gear, We're supporting them upon request, and essentially we're keeping a watching brief about what we might be able to do.
The COVID-19 related restrictions both in Fiji and abroad has delayed the completion of the urban water supply and wastewater management investment program. The government has partnered with the Asian Development Bank and the Green Climate Fund for the project. ADB Specific Urban Development expert Jingmin Huang says the restrictions have made it difficult to access the materials and contractors for the project. She adds the completion now is anticipated in the second of the third quarter of 2022. The project represents a total investment of over $800 million.
Rugby River Water Supply Scheme will expand the water supply by 40,000 cubic meters per day, which will benefit around 300,000 Fijians in this Suwa-Nausori corridor. Over the last year, we have made significant progress on construction of the new Vaira raw water intake and water treatment plant, as well as Vitulu Reservoir.
Vuate Karawalevu has no plans of returning to rugby union. Karawalevu switched to rugby league less than a year ago and has been doing exceptionally well for the Roosters. The former Marist Brothers High School under-18 captain started on a high after scoring for the Sydney-based team during his debut. Karawalevu says though he is enjoying league, he is still a bit homesick.
So far, I haven't really been thinking of switching back to rugby union. Really enjoying rugby league at the moment. I really miss home. I miss my parents, miss my family, relatives back at home.
Communication is vital during this lockdown period for teams as training together is impossible. While some may see the situation as a stumbling block, others can find a positive point that can help them in the long run. Suvataj Rugby President Savinatha Vodea says this is something he is thankful for in these trying times.
Yeah, I believe something that I've sort of taken from this situation is that it shouldn't deter anyone from doing your own training. If anything, it's a way, it's another obstacle to surpass, to grow tighter as a team, and that's the opportunity that it presents. So it's not so much an obstacle; it is very much an opportunity.
There will be cloudy periods with intervals of rain and sunshine again today. A high-pressure system to the far south of Fiji directs a fresh, strong southeast wind flow over the group. And that's FBC Morning News. Join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and good morning.